It's 2026, and your second foundational AI upgrade for the year is to stop using ChatGPT.
You sit on a throne of lies.
All right, not exactly. Look, ChatGPT is fine, but chatting back and forth isn't the unlock anymore. The unlock is getting AI to do things for you, not just tell you things. Hello and welcome to Not Replaced Yet. My name is Nick Bushkar and I am one half of Not Replaced Yet. I'm usually joined by my brother Jesse. He's off doing real work and I'm here with you fine people. Today we are talking about agents. I want you to understand the transition that's taken place from chatbots to agents. In simple terms, a chatbot is a conversation. You ask and it answers. It tells you things. Agents can browse the web, write and run code, create files, interact with apps. They can handle multi-step tasks without you having to micromanage every little thing. You need to shift your thinking of AI as a search engine replacement to AI as a capable coworker. A non-exhaustive look at the agents that are out there for you to use include ChatGPT. Inside this app, you can click the little plus icon here, go down here and click Agent Mode. And it even gives you suggestions, audit fast fashion versus slow fashion, wardrobe cost and impact. You can click over to reports, actions, spreadsheets. Manus is another big player. They were just purchased by Meta for over $2 billion. Perplexity is a third option. They have search, deep research labs, and several other options throughout their UI. My favorite is Claude Code. Well, this is Cursor with Claude Code opened in the terminal here. Say hello to Claude up here. Other options include Factory.ai for agent native software development. We have Cortex, which is your autonomous AI worker. We have Replit, again, for software dev. GPT Codex, which is Claude Code's competitor. And Google Gemini CLI, which is the competitor to Codex and Claude Code. To give you a sense of what's possible, I'm going to run 3 separate tasks across 3 separate agents and then show you the outcomes. And this is the moment where you can engineer the context. The context is simply the information that you give an agent to help it perform the task that you've asked it to do. But for these examples, I'm going to keep it a bit simple to show you that you can get something that's valuable with even just a little effort. In ChatGPT Agent Mode, I'm going to run this prompt. I run a millennial throwback online t-shirt company. Research my 3 biggest competitors, find their products, niche, pricing, key features, what people complain about in reviews, and create a 1-page competitive analysis document I can actually use. For our second task, I'm going to use Manus. I'm going to paste in this prompt. Here's a transcript from my latest YouTube video. Turn it into a LinkedIn post, 3 tweet threads, a blog post outline, and a newsletter intro in my voice. I'm going to drag my file over here and let that run. And now in Claude Code, I have my codebase open for the Not Replaced Yet website. And I'm going to paste in this prompt. This one is a bit more robust. Spin up a subagent to investigate the codebase and write documentation explaining how the authentication flow works. Create a markdown file with a diagram. Have it also use the ref MCP to look up relevant documentation for our auth provider. Once it reports back to you, I want you to analyze the findings, research on your own, and provide recommendations on any improvements we can make.
A few moments later.
And first up, we have Manus. Manus created our first tweet thread here. It gives you this in a document format that you can easily copy and paste. We have our second tweet thread here. I'm not going to dive into this. We have our third tweet thread here. Let's check out our blog post outline. Introduction with a hook, the rise of voice AI for productivity. And then we go into our newsletter intro. Unlock your voice AI superpower in 2026. Hey everyone, happy 2026. I'm kicking off the year with what I believe is the single most impactful AI upgrade you can make right now. Your voice. Maybe it's agents, I don't know. And that took about 90 seconds. This wasn't that big of a task, so it didn't have to do all that much Now let's check out Claude Code. Here in Claude Code, we have the output here that says it created this authenticationflow.md file, which I have open here. It created this long informational and technical document that I can now review to see what's going on with our authentication in the app. I'll review that later. And on the right over here, it gives us a synopsis of what it did and why it did it. It gives us our current information based on the file, the lines that it's at. It gives us the recommendation for its update. And at the bottom, it gives us action item summary. So we have update the middleware, add role-based access, add admin error boundary, consider clerk JWT integration for RLS. It's a good thing this site is in active development or I'd feel kind of bad. But this is fantastic. It went off on its own and it cooked for 4 minutes and 50 seconds and came back with this report. And finally, let's check out ChatGPT. We have our competitive analysis, the millennial throwback t-shirt market. It investigated 80stees.com, finding that they sell Scoops Ahoy Stranger Things shirts. We have Michigan J Frog Looney Tunes, love it, vintage logo MTV shirts, ranging from $28 to $45. We have junk food clothing, niche and product mix with vintage tees, classic rock, sports, pop culture from the 70s to 90s, including Disney, Grateful Dead, vintage sports logos. And we have homage.com. It works with licensed retailers like the NFL, NBA, MLB, MLS, 90s wrestling, Ted Lasso. And down here we have strategic insights. So it gives us their strengths, their positioning, and recommendations for our brand: reliable fulfillment and transparent communication, emphasize print quality, competitive pricing and bundling. It gives us the example, offer bundle deals, for example, 3 for $75 to encourage larger orders while remaining accessible. I hope this gives you a sense of the wide array of tasks that agents can take on. And just as an aside, I have literally had another instance of Claude Code running the entire time I've been making this video, working on a completely different code base for me. And that is one of the unlocks to consider here. This is intelligence that you can put to work in the background, not only once, but multiple times over. And I do want to be clear here. Many, if not all of these options are baking agentic actions into their core product. For example, you can ask ChatGPT to do things and it will perform some semi-agentic actions. So instead of thinking of this as a chatbot versus an agent thing, the mindset shift that I want you to take on is moving from what can I ask AI to what can I delegate to AI. This is the year to build the habit to reach for agents first. And like I said, my strong preference is Claude Code. But now it's up to you to find your favorite. And that covers it for our intro to agents. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Why don't you click that like button? It helps us out so much. Check out the description because we have a ton of links in there for you covering everything we went over. And subscribe because we have so many more videos coming down the road for beginners, for experts, everyone in between. There's going to be something for everyone. And if you have any questions about what we talked about in the video about agents or AI in general, hit us up in the comments. We'll see you next time.